New Yorkers react to Stellar Blade. All right, I saw a little bit of like a clip from this in on Twitter, and it got me interested, to say the least. We're going to see these reactions. All right.
I think it's just men that's never touched a woman in their life, not knowing what they look like, and so they're like, "This is what women in my video games always looked like." Stellar Blade.
We're starting off pretty strong. We'll say that. Let's continue.
She looks 14, and with the side ponytail too, girl. She needs a bow.
She looks like she's 16.
Oh, hell nah. It looks nothing like her. It's like two different people.
It's perfectly fine.
They changed the face of the character, not for just like attractive reasons. That's it. And I think it's also a way to like separate the actress from the game to make its own world.
To have an animation style, especially in a
Right.
game, but when you're appropriating someone else's image and then changing it, it becomes an issue.
I'm going to show you an image, and you tell me what you think when you
What the fuck does that mean? Appropriating somebody else's look. I don't think it's appropriating somebody's look. You're just taking their body, and that's it. You're putting a different face on it. That way, you're not looking at the actress. You're looking at like a completely different character. So you're not going to associate the character with the actress. The only thing to associate with the quote unquote actress is the body, and that's it. She's not like doing like voice work or anything.
look at this image, okay?
Okay. Smash.
Smash.
Yeah.
She's so pretty, man.
Yeah, she's very pretty, yeah.
Would date, yeah.
She definitely is beautiful. How old do you think she is?
Yeah, she's good looking.
20, yeah, like 20,
Early
23,
20s,
yeah.
definitely, yeah.
She's 32.
Oh, wow.
She looks good for
You need
32.
her skincare routine,
Yeah,
actually.
for real.
This is the woman right here. When you first look at her, what do you think?
She's a woman. She looks nice.
I like her top.
She's really pretty.
It's just a beautiful Asian woman. Yeah.
Immaculate. Like the outfit is actually really cute. I like that.
How old do you think she is?
Oh.
I would say like 22, 23.
I want to say 22, 23, but I feel like she's 17.
There's no way you would do that to us, right?
No, she's 32.
32?
I'm going to show you now a character that is based off of her to look like her in a
Yeah, she's a good looking actress. Or not actress. Model. There we go. I think a model. Right, she's a model. She's a model, and they based the character's body off of her.
video game.
I don't think it looks like her. I don't think it's based off of her. I think they kind of missed the mark. She looks 14, and with the side
Here's the thing. I think he purposely just showed the face, and he's not showing the body in this video. He's not showing the body. He's purposely just showing the face.
ponytail too.
And I'm pretty sure he's doing that to make the argument that, like, some beautification justification, as if they're trying, like, how I describe, mess with her face in order to, like, just please the audience. I think that's he's going to try to make his argument.
New girl. She needs a bow. She needs a little bow, and she's on her way
doesn't
to
have
middle
a bow.
school. I just don't get her at all. Like that nose.
The
Does
nose is very different.
yeah, that nose is definitely not Asian. She's Asian. They took a white woman and supplemented some white woman DNA into this girl to make her a little more white. Cause that is not what I just saw. She just looks bland to me.
How old do you think this character looks?
Hold up. I gotta get the spinneroonie on her eyes. Nope. There we go. Let's continue this video. Ah! There we go.
A lot younger. I don't know, like they took away like what was unique about her.
I think she was pretty beautiful as she was. This just looks different. It doesn't. I want to say better.
fake. Like it doesn't look like a. I don't like the first photo. I was like, that's a natural person. That's what
It's a
people
video
look like.
game,
Whereas this is,
yes.
like it's obviously edited. It's obviously not someone you would see walking down the street.
That's kind of messed up to think that that's like what you consider beautiful versus the original picture of the girl. I feel like just say that's a totally different character than the original. Why say that it's based off of her when it's somebody completely different?
Because they-
you know,
Yeah.
you enlarge the eyes, you change her to make her look younger, and that's supposed to be the standard of beauty. Is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Beauty standards are totally artificial, but it doesn't help anybody when you make them impossible. It's perfectly fine to have an animation style, especially in a game, but when you're appropriating someone else's image and then changing it, it becomes an issue.
It looks nothing like her. It's like two different people.
I feel like that's a weird way to think of in game design. Right? I think that's a weird thing to think in game design because nowhere did they said she did face capture for this game. At least I don't believe. But I don't know. It's a weird thing. Let's keep going. I think that's a weird thing to say.
People. It's not the same person. I mean, her eyes obviously are way bigger in the computer generated one. Like her lips, her face is like a V shape. It's like a whole it's not even the same person anymore.
I don't think it looks like her at all.
Her eyes
It's
definitely look bigger.
her eyes are bigger.
And
Nose
her
is definitely
face shape,
smaller.
they made her face look just a lot different.
More
yeah.
of a, like
Yeah.
a V shape, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely more like heart shaped. Whereas before she had quite like a full cheeks, and that was like part of her beauty. But they've just completely
they've
erased
taken
it.
away.
If they're trying to say that it's her, I don't think it is. It doesn't quite
I
fit
mean,
her face shape.
It's not her.
I think that's not right at all. I mean, you don't need to change somebody if somebody's already beautiful like that.
Yeah,
You definitely-
100%.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't agree with making her look better as such, but I don't think that's an accurate portrayal of what she looked like
No,
at all.
yeah.
There's already so much whitewashing in culture that they're just doing it more, and it's not fair.
It definitely happens a lot in England as well. Like people don't really mention it as much, but it's a big thing in England.
Very
like,
much
yeah,
so,
it's
yeah.
bad.
Now let me show you what they did to her body.
I'm scared. Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't know what this is like an awful runway, and then these are just ass shots. It's just completely it's her OnlyFans.
I mean, yeah, the game is fan servicey, and they intentionally picked her because her body looks like that. Unless they edit her body, for all I know. So that may be an argument, but still, they chose her because they think they think she has the most attractive body, and well, it's third person, so you're clearly going to get a full view of her. I'm pretty sure they did that for a reason.
Yeah. It's like OnlyFans the game.
Yes, but her booty does look good though.
Oh hell nah. Yo, nah. That's a lot. That's a lot. Over sexualized. A lot. Like this is all I see is ass.
Now let me show you what they did to her body and tell me what you think.
Oh, well, just like completely sexual.
This says New Yorkers, but I feel like this is not just New Yorkers. I feel like they went to a nearby college that is largely left on the political spectrum. That's what it feels like.
Sexualized her.
Doesn't seem like that's where her proportions from the first picture you showed. It kind of normalizes changing people's figures, I think, more than for younger women. I think for creators, it normalizes that you can alter someone's image as much as you want to and say, oh, it's based off this character, but then show someone completely different.
I don't like how we just take people and like make them unrealistic or like make it to a point where like because they're
Oh, what? What? Let's keep going.
there might be someone who does have that kind of
Yeah, like,
proportion
I'm
and
sure
just use
that
that
is
person
someone's
rather than
body.
changing.
It's just not the girl, the
Yeah.
first girl. Like, why?
Oh, so
That
they
is
just
outrageous.
sexualized her completely, basically.
That's so not on.
No.
That's not on.
It's her choice if she wants something like that, but the fact that they've just sort of taken it and ran with sexualization just isn't okay.
it's-
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's a lot of sexualization of Asian women specific.
Well, there's the thing, though. It's not your choice as a player. It's the game choice's art direction's choice. Like, I feel like that's pretty clear, right? Like, those games that like have like sexual characters, they run with it because, I mean, one, of course it's going to sell, right? And two, that's just the art direction they want to go to. I feel it's... Let's keep going. I gotta hear more of what they're saying.
And that's crazy.
In England, stuff like that wouldn't really happen.
It
like
wouldn't
the
fly.
sexual, no, yeah. In
No.
England, we wouldn't have it. We don't need to sexualize someone that much for a video game. Like a video game should focus on the plot, the graphics, how good the storyline is. But it's just
I mean, that too, but also people just want to look at good looking characters. I'm pretty sure that's also a thing. Like, are we going to lie about that and say that people do not want to look at good looking characters in the game? Granted, she's not bad looking. Like, the model is not bad looking. I'm just saying, though, that's a weird thing to talk about in the sense of, like, including no sexualization because people like that shit. What the fuck are we going to talk about and say that nobody likes it?
We don't need a woman to be fake like that. It's not
No,
right.
It's not right. If you're working on the physics of the way her body moves rather than the physics of the actual game, which you can see in there does not look great, that's how you know that you've messed up.
Jesus. Seems like they're over-sexualizing her.
Yeah, definitely over-sexualizing her. I get that, you know, a lot of animations are of similar artistic styles, but
Doing too much.
yeah, doing too much.
Doing too
Very
much.
dramatic.
If it's doing too much, I think the game is just not for you then. I mean, can't we just respectfully say that though? I'm pretty sure we could just say that, right? Like, if you don't like sexualization in the game, just don't play the game, right?
Totally agree. I think it's a big issue. I think beauty standards have been a big issue for a little while, and you'd hope to see some progress. Guess it's
This has nothing to do with politics, dude. It's a video game. They want an attractive looking character for the video game. I think it's not that hard to think about.
a little disappointing.
First of all, it's a bias of the creator, so, you know, whoever made the animations obviously has a vision of what they find beautiful.
It's a little too much, but then again, like, it's a game.
So if you were to change something about this,
I don't want her to look like she was robbed from a cradle. I want her to look Asian.
Right.
Like,
I would give her proper features.
yeah, she has so much makeup on too. It's insane the amount of makeup. Those are her lashes. She has falsies on to the T. She's heavily makeup, but she has like the hair of a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here? What's the plot? But you know what?
Stellar Blade.
You know what? That's the title of a game that would do this. That's the title of a game that would do this.
Whitewashing.
Netflixing. I think it's just men that's never touched a woman in their life not knowing what the they look like, and so they're like, this is what women in my video games always looked like, so why are we changing it? It's like, because it's not real, bro. You're living in a fantasy. Wake up.
What the fuck you think a video game is, bro? A fantasy! What the fuck? So, here's the issue, man. That's an issue. What the fuck? It's a video game. Of course it's fantasy. What the fuck are we talking about here? It's a video game. You can make and do whatever the fuck you want in a video game. You can sexualize it. You can desexualize it. You can do, like, realistic looks. You could go for not realism, right? You can do anything you want with the game, right? So, it's weird that they're talking about this in the sense of, like, the way they're talking about it. Is there any left?
This isn't the Matrix. It's time. It's time. It's time to wake up.
So clearly, yeah, it's like
Crazy.
In England,
yeah, dude, that is not. I think this is not a great way to think in the gaming industry unless you're trying to make your own game. Because I think there's a large number of people that just, like, do not give a fuck about this, dude. There's a large portion of people who just not give a fuck about sexualization in video games. And granted, there are in the sense of, like, I don't know if you're a parent, but granted, the game's going to be rated M, so you can't make them play the game to begin with, right? But orderly, dude. I don't know. I think this is an annoying way to think. Let the game developers make their game. Let them do what they want to do. It's up to them. It's not up to you. The only time it's ever up to you is in the sense of, like, if you're in the game industry and you're telling people, hey, stop this. And then then the directors could say, like, oh yeah or no, and apply or not. But I feel like this whole thing of, like, desexualization in video games or sexualizing is such a non-issue. It's fantasy. It's a video game. No one really actually gives a fuck. If somebody wants to be a coomer, let them be a coomer. Shit. Why are you trying to tell people what they can and cannot play? I don't know. That's going to be the end of the video. I just needed to see the full video and give my thoughts on it because who gives a fuck? I mean, gosh damn, when you go on Twitch, how many VTubers are in sexy outfits and they're talking about sex or anything related or making sex jokes, right? So it's clearly, it's not just guys, dude. It's also girls. Acting like girls don't like to look at good-looking girls, too. So I feel like this is not New Yorkers react to Stellar Blade. I think he went to a certain part of New York where he knew they were going to go with his agreement. And it's not just that, too. It's like, you know, it's a video game. All this shit's weird to them, too. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, know your guys' thoughts in the comments, and I'd be interested in reading them. And that's going to be the end of the video. Grah!